It's time to press the reset button. Good morning, everybody. It is time to press the reset button. I've had a very enjoyable experience here in Shenandoah National Park. And one thing that Susan had mentioned the other evening when I had met her at, I think it was, I'm forgetting the names already, Longview Campground. No, I'm sorry, it was Lewis Mountain Campground. She said a lot of hikers get trapped in the Shenandoahs because they compare it to Disneyland. All the waysides, all of the opportunities to take a break here, there, the campgrounds, the shower facilities, laundry, etc., etc., etc. And I kind of been swept up in that a little bit. So right now, I'm looking to pressing the reset button, and I'm going to refocus on heading home. Right now, I'm guessing I'm about 120 miles south of my hometown of Waynesboro, PA. And I really want to get there. But I need to get some things together to make things fall into place as far as food and some resupply items I need so I can make that push forward. Before I get into my reset plan that I've kind of come up with on the fly here, just wanted to kind of recap our attempt at cowboy camping last night just below little Stony Mountain cliffs. We dropped down to an area that looked like it would have been the ideal spot to cowboy camp, and I know some of you are probably not aware of what cowboy camping means. It basically means sleeping out under the stars. So, you know, without your tent. And we thought we would have a great sunset. We were working on that. I was hoping to share that. And we wanted to do that so bad because along the way, we've never taken the time to do that. We've been in some awesome spots. A few episodes ago, I talked about how much I wanted to cowboy camp at Tinker Cliffs. So we wanted to seize the moment. That's what we were trying to do. And not just walk past a potential memorable opportunity. So long story short, we were up there, last 10 minutes of the sunset, the clouds came over the sunset. We were kind of denied that. And then the wind, which is actually still blowing right now, the wind started picking up when we got there. So we were having, you know, pretty much sustained winds of up to like 20 miles per hour, which doesn't seem like a lot. But we're in a kind of a gravel area, and it was just really stirring up the dust and everything. And we were trying to, we didn't want to blow up our sleep pads because the wind was blowing so much they literally would have blown off the side of the mountain. So we were kind of hoping, because oftentimes when the sun goes down, the wind will slow down. That didn't happen. So about 9:30, we made a good decision to pack up and drop down off the mountain about a half mile north to a campsite. We set up, and luckily we did because it poured rain. There was about a 20% chance of rain last night. We were going to take that gamble, but it poured rain for probably about a half hour, somewhere around 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. So looking forward to figuring out a plan to cowboy camp in the future at the right spot. Last night that wasn't it. So my plan for hitting the reset button, I've taken some time the past few days to really enjoy the park. And sometimes you simply have to do that. You have to seize the moment. You have to enjoy the things around you. You can't rush through this trail. However, I want to get home. So today, I'm actually going to take a Nero into Luray, Virginia. I've contacted Allison at Open Arms Hostel. A few friends have already stayed there. They said it's an awesome place. And I'm going to take some time to get caught up on a lot of things. You know, typical laundry, resupply, shower, getting cleaned up. But one very important thing I need to do as I need to get caught up on editing. For those of you who are considering vlogging your journey, I must admit it is a real juggling act out here. I don't regret it. I'm not complaining. I can't wait to look back upon my memories, my diary that is my vlog. But it does take some time to do that. And trying to upload it onto YouTube while you're using cellular service, or lack thereof, is really tough. I find myself sitting on top of mountains for sometimes, 2 hours at a time, doing the signal dance, praying to the heavens, holding my phone above my head, whatever you want to call it, to get things uploaded. So I really haven't had a chance to take full advantage of using some Wi-Fi in town for quite some time. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get into town immediately, get all the things I need to get done first, and I'm looking forward. Looks like the hostel has a real nice front porch. Grabbing a cold drink and taking some time to get caught up on editing so I can get those videos uploaded and easily release them when I'm hiking throughout the day, when I do get that limited cell phone signal. And a lot of people ask the question, what's the best cell phone service to have on the AT? And I will agree from the experiences of everybody around me, and I personally have Verizon. I would say Verizon is the best. However, that does not imply that you have good cell phone service out here. Some days you can't even get a text message out. And that's why I use my Spot as a backup to send a text message via satellite home to let my family know that all is well. So in short, I do realize it's another short day for me. I'll let you know what the mileage is. It's going to be somewhere around maybe 7 miles or something. But I'm going to call Allison when I'm coming down off the mountain, try to get caught up on some things, and really focus on my final push to get home to my family. Bird's Nest Shelter, everyone, mile 941.2. This was actually a converted day use shelter that they've actually converted into an overnight shelter. So it's kind of interesting to see some of the features, including the fireplace. There was even a water fountain here once upon a time, which is kind of odd considering how far it is from the roadway. Good morning, everybody. Heading north out of Thornton Gap after a night at Open Arms Hostel in Luray, Virginia. It was definitely time to press the reset button. Kind of time for me to reground myself as I make my final push to walk home. And just to clarify, when I say walking home, I'm not coming off trail. I'm going to take a 00 at home, spend some time with my sweetheart family over the 4th of July, and just, I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to being home. It's really kind of an overpowering thought how bad I want to be there. So my visit to Luray was your typical town visit for any hiker. Laundry, shower, resupply. And for me, it was a time to get caught up on some editing. Still behind, but did some major catching up. Got some episodes uploaded on good Wi-Fi. Feeling really good about that. Coming back out So that's really not going to be weighing heavily on my mind trying to get episodes up, because I know I miss a day on occasion, and that's okay. Allison at Open Arms Hostel, she was fantastic. Picked me up from the trailhead, took care of my laundry, and took me into town. Luray, her hostel was just outside of town and accessible to everything there. She was very accommodating in wherever I wanted to go. And that was actually, you know, of course, in town, that was included as a part of my fee for staying there. And she does shuttle to other areas for a reasonable extra cost. So as I am silk blazing here this morning, eating all of these spider webs, it's obvious that I'm first on the trail in this section. Short-term goal for the day is I have a good friend of mine who was supposed to be meeting me for lunch at the Elk Wallow Wayside, and I'm not sure if he's going to be there. He has a really busy schedule. It's really tough for him to get out on the weekend. It's actually Sunday, so he may come up and meet me, and if he does, he's not only going to bring some treats for myself, but he's also going to be doing some trail magic for any through hikers that are ahead of me. And I know there's definitely a few, and we have some section hikers out here getting it done too, and some people simply hiking the park, so I'm sure they would enjoy some of those treats that he's going to be bringing along. So have about 6 miles to get there right now, and my long-term goal, I'm going to be straight with everybody with this, and this is going to be a really tough goal for me. I have 6 days, including today, to get to mile 1066, which is Penmar Park. I consider that my home, although it's Maryland. If you get to Penmar Park and look down through the valley at the overlook, you're basically looking at my hometown of Waynesboro, PA. I'll probably hike forward the point 2 to get to the Mason-Dixon line to make it official, stepping into Pennsylvania. And anybody who is there to meet me, welcome them to come down to the historic Mason-Dixon sign. But I've done the calculations on the mileage, and I guess we're going to see together what I'm made of. And I have to hike like 20 point couple miles a day to make it to my home the end of the day, July 3rd, so I can spend the holiday with family and friends. I've never done that type of consistent mileage before, so I have my work cut out for me. The park has been great so far here in the Shenandoahs, so I feel that I'm probably going to be able to get that mileage while I'm still in the park. However, I do have the roller coaster section coming up, which is going to be pretty tough. So, yeah, that's one great benefit of getting a few episodes of my vlog in the bank, so I can rest and hopefully hike longer, which is exactly what I plan to do. So I have enough food for about 4.5 days. I'll have to fill in some gaps in my resupply. I just don't want to carry all that extra food while I'm trying to make some tracks. So that's basically what is before me. We're all going to find out together what I can do, and if I'm not going to be foolish about it. If I need to slow down, I'm going to slow down. And if I need my sweetheart to pick me up in Harper's Ferry, that's only 45 minutes from my house. So that's plan B, but I'm going to try to make plan A happen and have some fun with it. Pushing north, people. Here we go. I'm back home on the Appalachian Trail, walking to my home in Pennsylvania. Heading out of Elk Wallow Wayside after meeting an old friend of mine, Neil, his wife April, and her son Darren, and their new doggie Sandy were kind enough to come up and bring some lunch. They've been following my journey, and we've all of us have been very active in our local Jeep community and some fundraisers back in the area of home. So I do want to say thanks so much, you guys, for bringing that up. They brought some lunch and some other treats, and they actually brought food for other hikers. So they were handing out some refreshments in the area of the wayside as well. So thanks so much, you guys, for coming out and showing some love for the class of 2020. Well, had a shower yesterday in Luray, and a shower today back in the Shannies. Shower 2 days in a row. Fresh and clean. A view from the rocks above. Hogback Overlook, mile 955.7. Little Hogback Overlook, mile 957. All right, everybody, just had second lunch at Gravel Spring Hut, which consisted of 2 leftover slices of pizza from last night that I packed out of town with me. It is 4:45 and I have 10 miles to go to the next shelter. I have no idea if I can make it. I have about 14 and some change on the board so far today. I'm gonna swing for the fences. Trail has been pretty good to me so far. Not really technical at all. Been able to get some cruising miles in, and I'm gonna go for it. I may be hiking into camp with my headlamp on, but let's have fun with this. Pushing north. Full of pizza. A view from mile 960.9, North Mount Marshall. All right, everybody, it seems as if I am going to be on target for making my goal today for the Tom Floyd Wayside. It's 8 o'clock right now, and I have 3 miles to go. So as long as I don't run into, well, regardless, I'm getting there. Got my headlamp ready to go, and long summer day. It's been just a few days after the summer solstice, so still gonna have some daylight to almost 9 o'clock. So I'm gonna see if I can't knock this out real quick and get settled in for the night. I'm basically eating all day long, and I'll let you know what the tally's gonna be here in a few minutes. Looking forward to setting a new personal best for the day. All right, everybody, 0.2 to go to the official Shenandoah National Park boundary, and then I will be putting it behind me. Okay, everyone, I was able to successfully make it to the Tom Floyd shelter, mile 969.2. That is actually going to give me a personal best of 24.8 miles for the day. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode pretty quick. I'm the only one in a shelter. However, we do have a few tent campers not far from the shelter area, so I want to be a little discreet in here. So real happy to be able to put those miles on the board. Again, it's a personal best, and the trail really wasn't too bad today. There were a couple, ankle twister areas, but I was able to get some good cruising miles in today. So maybe I'm starting to find my my trail legs after all. I don't know. We'll see. So going to go ahead and get up and do it again tomorrow. Another shout out to Neil, April, and Darren. Thank you so much for bringing me lunch today. It was great spending some time with you guys. So everyone, thanks for watching Wild on a Trail. And good night, everyone. Take care.